All right, guys, welcome back to Mr. Post Frame. It is June 17th, so we are 3 weeks into the kids being out of school, and I have a ton of stuff that I need to get done this summer. I'm gonna start down here in my shed. I have this building that I just built, which you guys that have followed me got to see this. I need to do all of the final grading around the outside. I've contemplated building another wall like this, which has turned out great, or just taking this dirt and angling it up so I have a nice slope all the way around, which that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I could probably save myself about $2,000. It probably figured as how many blocks I would need in order to get it done. And I have quite a bit of dirt right here that could easily be angled, and then I could plant grass on it. So I'm not 100% sure what I should do. Maybe you guys could help me out. Build another retaining wall, or do I slope this off and then just plant grass around here? For those of you guys who have been watching the cabin build, that is another project that I need to get done. I'm super pumped because tomorrow they are delivering the hydronic in-floor heat system to me here in Iowa. And then I'm hoping next week I can go down and then get that installed. And while I'm down there installing it, we can get the rough-in plumbing all done and all of the electric wiring done. So if you guys have any questions on anything specific about the plumbing, electrical, any questions about that, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this. Block retaining wall, or just grade this off and plant grass. Love to know your guys' thoughts. You guys are probably wondering from the title, are you seriously thinking about selling my Barndominium? And we've actually been talking a lot about it lately. We love it here, obviously. I mean, look at this place. It's an unbelievable house. It's an unbelievable property. We had an opportunity here in the last couple weeks to look at a piece of property not too far from here. It has some of the things that this property is missing, or the ability to have some of the things that this property doesn't have. And one of those is a pond. That was one of my dreams. I'm a big dreamer. We have bought and sold houses, and every single one of them I have pretty much thought I would stay in. And it's no different here. You know, I set this up to be a place that we could stay for forever. But I also know that sometimes God leads you in different paths. And I have no idea what we're going to do up to this point. We have some really big decisions. No matter what our decision is, I have a ton of stuff that needs to get done. I suppose I can take you in here to the shop. This by no means organized yet either. I have to get that done as well. So plenty of room to get all my equipment in here. I do have all of our storage stuff up here. Got my skid steer in here. Have some things here I got to go through, and then I put this little wall in so I could hang scaffolding and all of my shovels, rakes, that kind of stuff right here. Then I got shelves over there, the mini X's in here. I got to trim out these windows, and then I have this pile of stuff right here to go through. So I am down. I've really minimized the amount of stuff I have, so I just got a little stuff left to go through. I have plenty of room on the shelving for what I want to keep and what I don't. And I've kind of organized this into groups. So I got a little electrical stuff here, a little plumbing stuff there, all my fasteners. And then I got a lot of my bigger tools that I don't use all the time over there, but I don't want to get rid of them. So got a little storage area there. So this works out really well. So I got a couple things in here to finish. Windows, this needs to get done this summer. Need to get rid of all this extra wood and whatnot. And then, like I said, I need to finish grade all the way around. So I have some dirt I need to bring in here as well. So get this all nice and graded all the way around. Finish up my drain pipes, connect those and get them ran out here. I have a drain tile right there that came from up there, and the neighbor's dogs came over and chased a rabbit up there and then dug that out. So I got to fix that. I literally just sent off a giant load of metal. There's a guy that lives around here that I usually take my scrap metal to, and he brought a trailer over, and I got rid of all of the metal and trim that I had laying around. So that feels really good. So what I have left is all this material right here. I still have some columns from a house that got denied by Dallas County. I still have the 48-foot A-frame truss that I built. I mean, I took it apart and covered it, so it's still in good shape. Figure out what to do with that. Have some stone left. This is all just kind of scrap. And then I have some brackets left that I need to get rid of. So I'm really getting down to not a lot of stuff, which feels pretty good. So that's another thing I need to get cleaned up. Got to get this little mess up here. I put all new tires on my gooseneck trailer. I put 14 ply tires, so I have 3 really good tires left. I'll probably sell those. Got a little bit of Hitzhalter insulation left, which I'm gonna build a garden shed. That's been in the plans for a while. And so I'll probably use that all under the concrete in there. So we're getting down there, and then I can get this all graded off. The plan was to eventually build a shop here. I don't have a very big pad here. I probably could get a 48, 50 foot wide by 80 foot building. Realistically, I'd like a lot bigger one for all of the equipment and trailers and stuff that I have for the business. The front side's all pretty good. I am installing a new security system. It's a UFI. It is the first of its kind. It's not even been released yet. It's amazing. It's all AI, but I got to finish that. I should have that done this week. I want to straighten this retaining wall in the back because it looks like crap. I'm going to get that straightened up. And then this part is a little bit embarrassing right here. I have yet to trim out these windows in this window well. 2019 we started building, and I've yet to trim those out. So I got to get that done. I actually went and bought the stuff the other day. So that's on the list. I've done a really good job maintaining the condensers, keeping all of the fins clean and stuff like that. And then I have a piece of wainscoting that got damaged a couple years ago. Need to fix that. I have a piece of metal for that. Look at that big hole. We were gonna put a pool in. We were gonna get one of those semi in-ground pools because the kids love swimming. We used to have a small pool, but they just outgrew it. And so we dug this all out, and then an opportunity came to acquire a piece of property down the road, and we opted to spend the money towards that piece of property versus putting a pool in. So now I need to fill all of that dirt back in. So whether we build a Barndominium on this piece of property that we're attempting to acquire, it's not a done deal yet. I think we're going to be able to get it done, but one way or the other, we're going to develop it and we're going to build a Barndominium on it. It's awesome because it's not that far away from where we are right now. So if we moved there, it wouldn't change the school district the kids are in, wouldn't change their friend group, anything like that. A lot of decisions there. I would love to hear your guys' feedback. So it would be really difficult to leave, but also the opportunity to build again would be awesome as well. So the kids are at a different point in their lives. Emily's at a different point in their lives where they all could be much more involved in this process. And to be transparent with you guys, our life savings is in this house and in this property. We don't owe that much on it. It would be a game changer in the fact that we would be able to kind of turn the tides on our financial situation, which is, you know, at the end of the day, that's an important thing to consider. That's how we got to this point. We'd buy a piece of property, develop it, live there, make it as nice as we could, then we would sell it, take our capital gains or profit and turn it into another property and do that over and over again. For you younger people, I'm 46 years old and I built this house, started building it when I was 39. This isn't something that I did in my 20s. Not that that's bad. If you can do that, that's amazing. But everything I've worked for is in our house and in our properties. So that would really open some doors for us if we did that. So I'd love to hear your guys' input because I know everybody's got an opinion. You guys have followed us for this whole journey. You know, list the pros and cons. What are the pros if we did this? What are the cons? I mean, I have some of my own. At the end of the day, Emily and I are gonna have to sit down and figure out, you know, what is the right thing to do. I am gonna put a garden shed back here, one way or the other. Been wanting to do that for a while, and I have that all in the works. That's all been planned. So that's another thing I gotta get it done this summer. Garden is looking good. Everything, I got started a little late, but everything is looking good in there. So kitchen's pretty much all done, except for the vent hood that we've had for a few years. We have the guts. So what Emily kind of wanted was a like a matte black, you know, box for it that goes all the way up to the ceiling, and then we would bring this tile up to it and around it. So we got to get that done. We're going to get built-ins for here. We're going to be ordering those soon. So we'll have like cubbies along there. And then we want to build out this pantry. So cabinets all the way around. There'll be a sink and everything there. And then we'll probably have some uppers on this side, some built-ins over here that will house the microwave because that's where the microwave outlet is. It's always intended to be there. And then we might do some open shelving up there. So when we put this tile backsplash in, we decided, since we have so much storage in this house, all of our cleaning supplies, all that are over in there. we decided to make this a coffee closet, which we haven't finished. So part of the cabinet order is going to be cabinets in here, and then we'll have a counter, probably some open shelving, but then I turned the water line and put it in here. So we got to finish all this drywall, get the cabinets, and then this will be a coffee bar. So it'll be pretty cool. And I'm interested to see what you guys think. Should we take the doors and trim off and just leave it open, or should we leave the doors on so you can close off the coffee bar? Master suite's pretty much done over here. Bathroom is not. We have tile. We have always intended to run a line of tile up and around. I had to bust out some drywall there so that I could put blocking in for some towel hooks, because I forgot to do that when we were framing. So I got to finish that up. So the intent was also to have tile backsplashes on both vanities. So we're gonna get that done. And then we're gonna build out some clothing storage. So some drawers, some open hanging spaces, just so it's not these 2x4 racks that I built, which, by the way, have worked out just perfectly. And this is a giant closet, but we are gonna build all of this out. It'll look really nice. And then upstairs, we just put this little kitchenette in. And so the few things we have to finish up, we have a friend, she's going to wallpaper the wall there and up this wall. So once that's done, I can put my trim back up along the wall to ceiling. That's pretty much it up here. I think everything else is pretty much done. What do you guys think? What is going on? Oh, you're trying to survive?
Yeah.
Me too. So our laundry room, that'll all be wallpapered. And then there'll be wallpaper here and here. And then once that's done, I will put a bar across here, got blocking that wall. And then you'll have a place to hang clothes. And then the hopes is to repaint the walls, since, I don't know if your kids do this, I don't know if they just walk down the hall with their hands on the wall, but we gotta get this cleaned up. Oh, and for you guys that are designing and are gonna have giant windows, just know that you're gonna have to clean them once a year. It's unbelievable the difference when I have those windows clean versus when they're not. But look at that view. I mean, it's unbelievable. Need you guys to keep me accountable, keep me working hard. But the garage actually is in pretty darn good shape. It's still good. I just have a table out here with all the camera stuff that I'm installing right now. But other than that, the garage is in excellent shape. So a little bit proud of myself that I've kept it clean, kept it organized. That is an update on our current project. So for those of you who are following the cabin build, hydronic system showing up tomorrow. And then as soon as I can next week, I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna install it. If I can get down there early next week, I could have that video out by next Friday. I'm super pumped about it. They're great systems. Excited to start using Blue Ridge. The owner and me have a lot in common on our goals and what we want hydronic systems to be like, so I'm super pumped about it. If you have any questions about hydronic systems, if you have any questions about wiring or rough-in plumbing, put those questions in the comment. We can cover that while we're down there. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, and we will catch you on the next video.